Buhari is taking action as he orders SGF ministers, NSC orders to go on isolation. President Muhammadu Buhari has ordered that all government officials, including the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, Boss Mustafa, the National Security Advisor, NSC, Major General Babagana Mungono, minister, as well as journalists covering the State House who were at the burial of his late Chief of Staff, Abba Kyari, on Saturday to embark on 14 days self-isolation. Kyari, who died from complications from the novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic on Friday, was buried in Gudu Cemetery in Abuja on Saturday. The president ordered the self-isolation of the officials and journalists in order to prevent the spread of the virus. It was learned that the president, who monitored the burial rites on the television, saw that the officials flagrantly violated the protocol and directives of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, and the Federal Ministry of Health on social distancing and wearing of face masks in crowded places. The NCDC standard rule, however, is that whoever is suspected to have contracted the coronavirus disease must self-isolate for 14 days. Some of those officials at Kyari's burial on Saturday who attempted to enter into the presidential villa were turned back on the order of the president. Those denied access to the seat of power on Saturday after Kyari's burial were State House Chief Protocol Officer Ambassador Lawal Kazwari, Special Assistant to the President Yusuf Sabiu, a nephew to the President Musa Haru Daura, and Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to the President Garba Shehu. Others were Director General of National Intelligence Agency NIA Mr. Ahmad Rufai, and Personal Assistant on New Media to President Muhammadu Buhari Bashir Ahmed, among several more persons. Ministers seen at Kyari's funeral prayers and burial include the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Patami, and the Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, amongst others. It was learned that the security agencies in the presidential villa have been mandated to compile the list of officials, including the ministers, at the burial, with a view to preventing them from having access to the State House until they are certified okay by the NCDC after their mandatory 14 days isolation. Presidential spokesman Garba Shehu confirmed the ban on their entry into the villa yesterday as he wrote on his Twitter handle, saying there's nothing extraordinary about those of us who attended Abba Kyari's funeral being advised to distance ourselves from the villa. This is in line with the standard rules put in place by the National Center for Disease Control at NCDC Gov and the Federal Ministry of Health. You do these things to stop the spread of #coronavirus. For the most part, the villa has operated digitally in the last few weeks, so there is really nothing new to this. The advisory issued to State House correspondents and media officials who attended the burial by Atta Essa, a deputy director in the presidency, was more explicit on the ban. He wrote, as a precautionary measure, all State House correspondents and media office staff who covered and attended the funeral, prayer and burial ceremony of the late Chief of Staff at Defense House and Gudu Cemetery, Abuja, respectively, are strongly advised to work from home for the next 14 days. Please be careful to observe the recommended measures to prevent the coronavirus transmission, including maintaining physical distancing and good personal hygiene going forward. The instruction on social distancing and wearing of face masks at crowded places was jettisoned at the burial rites for the late Chief of Staff. The crowd that attended the burial rites was equally uncontrolled, fueling the fears that many of them may have been unknowingly infected. The Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA, said it has taken steps to ensure that all future burials of victims of COVID-19 are conducted in line with protocols established by the NCDC. So guys, we've heard it all. We've been hearing this since on Saturday, but the presidency, or the same Garba Shehu was talking about, oh, nobody was banned, nobody was denied access, this and that, blah 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 blah. But now he's now saying there's nothing special, there's nothing this, there's nothing whatever. Now that the whole thing has come up, everything they just do, people hear about it, they were like, oh, everything is fake, it is not true. But why is he now attesting to the fact that yes, okay, they were denied access, but it's not a big deal? So you see the way he's just trying to put it. But the question is that why would they violate the NCDC order? The NCDC order did not just come now. They did not just make the order. They did not just stipulate all of those measures now. Then why did they flout that order? Why would they have gone to that place in the first place? And a lot of people have been blaming the government. Why would they even, according to what they said, that the body was moved from Lagos to Abuja? Why would they do that in the first place? Why didn't they do the whole thing in Lagos there and do it, and instead of endangering people's lives? And they would have warned people. Then why did they allow people to be there? What were the security people doing? Because if you were to be ordinary man on the road, ordinary woman on the road, they will be harassing you just to go and get what the essentials that you need. They will be harassing a lot of people. Now they are not telling us going forward. What is going forward? These things have been there before now, and everybody knew it. They knew it. Them as a government officials at that level, they were telling us they had to flat the order and went there. Now they are making it to seem as if it's not a big deal. Are they not supposed to even? That's why a lot of people are calling for the arrest of all these people. Now going forward, no, you know, now going forward now, they will not know that, okay, it's going to, maybe if it affects any common man, they will now swing into action. They will not say, yes, the government is working. It's just unfortunate that this kind of a thing will be happening. These people, they deliberately flouted the order. The same thing that even happened to the man that even died. Because if he had done the needful, honestly, all of these things wouldn't have even escalated to this extent. A lot of people who did not even travel, who were at the villa on their own, you know, they were all affected in one way or the other because the man himself did not do the right thing. Somebody at that level, at that caliber, would have done the needful, would have even avoided the Aso Villa in the first place as soon as he came back. And he was just going around. So what are we talking about? The same attitude that is exhibited on that Saturday. Now they are telling us going forward. What happened before that time? What happened before that time and going backward? What happened? Does it mean that there was no order before that time? So they are just trying to deceive themselves. Now they know if they like, maybe they do what they like, maybe they continue. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. Those that will make the law, they are the ones that will still break the laws. What kind of a people are these? But if it were to be ordinary woman be, ordinary Nigeria, not ordinary woman, because everybody is the same, but they just try to make themselves so special. And there's nothing special about them. You see what happened? This coronavirus does not know whether you have a whatever, whether you have a how many degrees, how many positions you've had, how many billions you have in your account. No. It does not. It does not. It's a respecter of nobody. So what are we talking about? If you don't respect yourself, because at the end of the day, it's not as if because it's going to affect you alone. It's going to affect other people. If it were to be, if it affects you, you carry your cross alone. Nobody would have people wouldn't have been bothering themselves. But because it's going to affect other people, just unfortunate. And someone says here that I'm sure Aisha is in control. I would expect that all those who attended the funeral and at a very close proximity to the casket and the grave must go into isolation. They are not only a risk to the president and his household, but Nigeria as a whole. I refer to them as association of ignorant elite, no more, no less. Result of impunity and I don't care attitude. That is it. All of them must stay at home for 2 weeks. Good idea. Someone say manufactured president. What a country when it comes to a big man. The rules are not followed or forgotten, and some overzealous persons will put their lives and that of their families and rest of Nigerians in danger. All of them from the north. All of them from the north. Wonderful shall never end. Wonder shall never end. Nah. Buhari has wasted billions of naira oil money treating himself at different hospitals in London. But I want him to know that if he cannot go for further treatment now, if after this year he wants to go for treatment, he will be impeached. Today, impeached where? With all those psychophants, impeached who? They will not even do anything. Even who are the people? Is it Hamad Lawan or this Gbajabi Amila? I beg, second base, Jerry, impeached by who? Is it Nigerians that are always running etasketa, supporting what is not that the one that will call for this thing? All this is just nothing but eye service that took them to that place and to show the world that we have some people who are above the law. Someone says Snape residents, they must be taken elsewhere to be isolated, even away from their homes, to stop the spread. Please, that is a good development. The president has shown good leadership traits in this. The aircraft that brought late Abakari from Lagos must be thoroughly fumigated. Both pilots and all those who accompany the corps from Lagos should also be put in observation to add to Buhari's directives. I will suggest that the immediate families of all those at the burial scene should also and as well be placed on isolation. The fight against COVID-19 should know no boundaries. I believe the State House officials should follow the rules of the pandemic, adherence to social and physical distancing. Kudos to the president for ordering the lockout of those involved for self-isolation and testing afterwards. They should be made to pay for the testings. Excellent measure. Where did Buhari give this order from? I love this. Another says good. Abakari is a Confucianist. Even in death, he is still causing confusion. Someone say primitive men. How would they in the first place? There was no need for them to have even involved themselves in that kind of that stuff. They would have just left NCDC to do the needful. Even if people were supposed to be there, they would have selected people. Oh, okay. As in that barrier, maybe 5 or whatever. They would have just used their distance. All of them. They're just there. Now, medicine after that. So, guys, let us hear your opinion concerning the directives given by the president, that those who were there, even including journalists, should all go on isolation. Leave your comment below and let's have a take.